So recently I got a really good question on one of my videos that I wanted to address. So the comment on the video was regarding 403Bs, and they said, if I do a direct roller from a pre-tax 403B to a Roth IRA, the plan will automatically deduct the amount of tax and cut me a check for whatever's left. I believe that was a question. There's no question mark there, but I think that was the question. Would I then be responsible to put money into the Roth to make up the difference? Essentially, when is tax on the money happens, at the time of transfer, or when I file in the following year? So a few questions in there, but I just want to go through and address it because I think this is really good. So what Invo's asking is they have money in a 403B account, pre-tax. They have American dime tax on it. They want to move it directly into a Roth IRA. So basically, they're doing a conversion, but they're going from 403B pre-tax to Roth IRA, which is after tax. So before we can go through this, you have to make sure it's an option. Now, it's allowed in the IRS tax code. That's not the problem here. The problem is it depends on the employer, who the 403B is with, and what the IRA is going to. So a couple things you need to check is, one, with your employer. You need to see, does the plan support, direct rollovers to this type? So for school district employees, you have to go and look at who your TPA or third-party administrator is. They're the ones that establish the plan document, and they have a set of rules of what's allowed and not allowed in the plans. Every plan document is a little bit different. So we need to see if this is an option for us based on their rules. Second, even if it is an option in their rules, the 403B you have may not do it. If you're stuck in some crummy 403B annuity product, they might not have that option on a form. They might not know what you're talking about at all. I've seen this time and time again where they have just the base set of forms. You try to do something like this, they don't even know how to process it. The call center's never heard this type of strategy. They aren't going to know how to help you, so then you couldn't do it this way. And third, if you got through those first two hoops, their third one is the Roth IRA company that you have, they are trying to move the money to. You have to see if they will accept these pre-tax funds. Not all of them will. Some will only want to take money from after tax or comes to IRA Roth because it's just easier for processing documents. Nothing gets lost. You don't get caught up with extra tax bills, get mad at them. So not all custodians will accept the funds. So before you do any type of transfer, one of the things that happens behind the scenes is that there's a letter of acceptance that gets sent to the other institution, letting them know that yes, we'll take the funds. So you have to see if they're even going to accept it before proceeding with this. So it is possible, assuming all these things are true, you could do it. Now, it's not my preferred method of doing it. Personally, I think it's be a lot simpler and easier if you just opened up your own IRA account and the Roth IRA account at whatever custodian you wanted to. Move the 403B into your IRA. It's pre-tax to pre-tax. It's not a taxable event. Once it's there, it's super simple to fill out a conversion form and to go from that pre-tax IRA to the Roth IRA at that same custodian. That's the preferred method. I would do it. That's what I do for my clients. Going from 403B to Roth IRA is just kind of complicated, probably not worth it. And all, yes, you skip the step of opening an account, but it's probably not worth the hassle. Now, next question you asked was, will the plan deduct the amount of tax percentage and cut me a check for whatever is left? So again, it kind of depends on the custodian and what they do. For the most part, with these type of accounts, you're responsible for your own taxes. It's up to you to tell them how much to withhold. Some of them will take the position that we owed at least 20% minimum, which may be enough in your situation, maybe not. If you're in that 24% tax bracket doing this, the holding 20% isn't going to cover it. You're going to be short, and you're going to have to pay that taxes come tax time, possibly with the penalty because you're late for paying the taxes that was due in the previous year. So will they hold a percentage? Maybe yes, maybe no. Will they hold enough? Probably not. No one's going to know is your tax situation like yourself or your CPA. So you need to have some type of either software or you need to at the very least calculate your income to know what bracket you fall in to determine what percentage should be held in this transfer. CPAs can help you with this. If you have a financial advisor that's tax planning, this is something that they'll help you do as well. All October is what I spent doing was calculating tax brackets for clients to determine exactly how much to convert to stay within the bracket we want to stay in to avoid certain tripwires. So that if you have an advisor that does tax planning, they can 100% help you with this part. Now, as far as, is it a good idea to withdraw or can I? If you're not 59 and a half yet, they actually can't withhold the taxes from the conversion. So if you're trying to move $20,000 from this 403B into your Roth, they can't hold the $2,000 or $4,000, wherever it is, from there to only give 16 if you're in 59 and a half. I mean, they can, but because we're not 59 and a half yet, that withholding in the eyes of the IRS counts as a distribution. So you're going to get a form that says you distributed $4,000. Yes, it went to the IRS form of taxes, but it counts as income. So you'd actually have to pay a 10% penalty on that $4,000 of distribution. So if you want to avoid that 10% penalty and you're under 59.5, you'd want to make an estimated payment on your own or pay out of pocket to cover the taxes on that transaction. Another thing to consider is some institutions won't let you actually have tax withheld. For example, the Department of Retirement here in Washington, with their deferred compensation plan, will not let you withhold funds for taxes from the conversion. They make everyone that converts pay out of pocket. So it's kind of a disadvantage because if you don't have the funds, then you can't do the strategy, and it's better to do than not do it. But it's not even an option with deferred compensation. So it depends on, again, who your employer is, who the plan sponsor is, if you will even consider letting you take taxes from the conversion. Now, his last question was, when does tax on the money happen? Time of transfer or when I file? So really, anytime money comes out, you're taxed at that time or for that quarter. So it's just like you received income. If I worked and got income check for November, I'll be taxed on my November pay. I wouldn't wait until April to pay my taxes. If I wait, then I'm late because you're taxed as income comes in. So conversions are really just a withdrawal or a source of income. So I convert $20,000 from a 403b into a Roth IRA. In the eyes of the IRS, looks like I just earned $20,000. Therefore, I pay income tax on that $20,000, and they want their money now or before the end of the quarter. Paying for the end of the quarter will help you avoid getting hit with a penalty for paying your taxes late. So it's best to pay before the end of the quarter. Easiest way to pay it is just to make an account online and do an estimated payment through their online portal. I wouldn't recommend sending checks in. Things get lost and it takes too long. It's so much easier to make an online account, send estimated payments in directly to it, then you can track it and make sure they got it. All right, so we covered a lot there. So you can see Roth conversions aren't always a straightforward process. They take some planning and oftentimes some hoops you need to jump through. Once you get it down and get the hang of it, it is one of the best tax strategies you guys have available to you, and something you should be considering every single year, regardless if you're retired or not. If you want more strategies, information like this, be sure to check out my free Scoop community. I have free retirement planning courses on there. The link is in the description below. Until next time, remember that your future depends on what you do today.